Knuckleheads, make no mistake about it. Teofimo Lopez yesterday slapped the sonic coins out of Arnold Barboza Jr. And it's something that we've come to expect now from Teofimo Lopez, right? Something outrageous, something over the top. He's sort of become this character, and I don't know if it's him being his natural self or he's spiraling out of control because of some sort of emotional issues that he's going through. Whatever it is bringing a lot of attention to Teofimo Lopez, and I think it's going to bring a lot more attention to this fight, even though I always think there's a better, classier, safer way to bring attention to a fight, right? Because stuff like that, having been a promoter for a while, scares me as they can pop off right away between the fighters and the entourages and everything else, right? But look, I don't want to just put the blame on this slap on Teofimo Lopez. I got to assign equal blame or something close to it to Arnold Barboza. Maybe even a little bit more, right? Now, hear me out. I'm an Arnold Barboza Jr. fan. When I give you guys this commentary on stuff, I'm not giving it to you as a fan. I'm giving it to you as someone who looks at the situation objectively and tells you what I think. I'm a Barboza fan, though. I will preface it by saying that. When he went out to fight Catterall right here on this channel, I predicted Barboza to win. He did just that. And I'm a fan of him because he seems like a guy who's been grinding for a very long time and finally got his shot in Catterall and made the most of it. You got to respect the guy who worked his way up to the top, right? Nothing flashy, not a big name, nothing like that. Just grinded, worked his way to the top and got the belt. But ever since then, he's been really popping off on social media, I think trying his best to take advantage of the momentum that he captured after being Jack Catterall, right? And more power to him. Get on the social media, get on the X, get on the IG and sell yourself, bro. That's how it's got to be in the fight game. As a promoter, I told fighters that all the time. Sell yourself. The promoter can only do so much. That being said, I feel like some of his bravado has gotten a little bit over the top, right? Arnold Barboza, you got to admit, some of your bravado is getting a little bit over the top. He's been very aggressive, and I think he's been overly aggressive, right? It's almost like he's trying to compensate for the fact that, he hasn't been known for his personality before his win against Catterall. And he's trying to make a lot of noise. And I think in trying to make a lot of noise, right, he started to really get under Teofimo Lopez's skin, who obviously seems to be going through some stuff in his life. And Teofimo Lopez just was not having it anymore. I mean, it was physical before the slap happened at the face-off. And so when the slap did happen, right, between a guy who's, kind of seeming to have an emotional issues in Teofimo Lopez versus a guy who's been really going overboard in Arnold Barboza Jr., I wasn't surprised a bit, but I do think it's going to bring a lot of attention to this fight because it is genuine. It is genuine. This is not a manufactured slap. This is not a manufactured beef. These guys really don't like each other. I also feel like Barboza has a chip on his shoulder, seeing as how all these other guys kind of got guided nicely to a title, whereas he had to go up there and grind it. So I think he's overcompensating for that as well. And I think it makes for great television. Now, again, I don't ever condone people to slap others at a press conference or anything like that. I think you should keep your hands to yourself. I don't know if you guys saw, they just fined Chris Eubank, I think it was 100 pounds for hitting Conor Benn with an egg. So you got to keep your hands to yourselves. But what I'm trying to say is it's understandable, and I think it was borderline warranted from Teofimo Lopez to do that to Arnold Barboza. That being said, at this juncture, right, this is not an official prediction, but I think Arnold Barboza actually wins this fight because I don't like the way Teofimo Lopez has looked in his past two fights, and I do like the way Arnold Barboza looked in his last fight. That's not to say that, Barboza, or rather Teofimo Lopez, can't go back to his old form, the same guy that beat Lomachenko, and pull this thing out and win this fight in dramatic fashion. I think he's capable of that. But I just think maybe the mental piece is a little bit gone for a few fights now, and I don't know if he's recovered yet. And so right now, I got to ride with Barboza, right? So, knuckleheads, let me ask you a question. Was this slap warranted, or do you think Teofimo Lopez overreacted? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. After you do that, subscribe to the channel, join the channel. I greatly appreciate it, and continue to drop daily content for you guys. Also, feel free to get yourself some Fighters Rep merchandise. Anything you guys spend here is going to get reinvested right back into the channel. Normally, I like to go live on Tuesdays. We didn't do it today, but we will be going live next week and immediately after the big fights every Saturday. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this. We'll talk soon.
Subscribe and join the Fighters Rep. It'll be the best thing you ever did, knucklehead.